In this video, we'll cover how to manage merge conflicts. So when you work on the same repository with your collaborators, conflicts could occur when there are competing changes to the same file on a remote and for the local copy. So here, using git status, we see that after doing git push and git pull, now our local copy is synchronized with the remote. But suppose I'm going to go ahead and add and commit some edits locally. So let me just open RStudio, and let's say I want to now add a new line. Let's just say I want to add dim of iris, and I want to save it. And I'm going to add and commit the edit that I just made. Notice that there's a shortcut for adding and committing in one step. So I could just do git commit and then -am for adding and the commit message. And I will say add dim or add dimension. And suppose my collaborator on GitHub, so suppose WellCQAI decide to change something as well. So suppose in the second line here, we'll just do summary of iris. And similarly, we want to commit that change. So let's just say add summary. And we'll commit that change. So now conflict occurs because both on locally, I added the same line as remotely. So WellCQAI also added the same line. So here, if we try to do git push again, now I'm getting an error message because now there are these conflicts that are occurring. And similarly, if I try to do git pull, I actually get the merge conflict here because git pull is trying to fetch the remote copy and also try to merge it into my local copy, but it can't do that because now it says automatic merge failed, and I need to go ahead and fix the conflicts and then commit the result. So let me just open my demo.r file again. So here, because of that merge conflict, so these are the lines that Git added for me, which says, so here head is pointing at the local version. So dim iris is at the line that I added. And this commit hash here is pointing to the commit that the remote copy, so WellCQAI just made on GitHub. So this is the remote copy. And now I need to go into this file here and then manually resolve that merge conflict. So what I'm going to do is just to delete the conflict marker. So I'm going to delete this line and all these markers as well. So suppose in this case, what I really want to do is to keep both of these changes. So I'm just going to save this file again and navigate back to terminal. So I'll use the similar command as before. So git commit -am. And here I'll just say resolve merge conflict. And now if I try to do git push, now it went through. And if we try to refresh our page here on GitHub, we see that indeed both changes have been reflected on our remote repository as well. And one more thing to note is that when resolving a merge conflict, it's possible to just accept your local version of the code or just the remote version of the code. And for the sake of conciseness, I won't actually go into details to demonstrate these ideas in this video, but I would encourage you to explore these options a bit if you're interested.